dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
go. 90 Wolf.
Down to lose one. Kill. Check 24.
Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll run on first down. Gage, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Give me that. Go. Give me that ball. Greystone, Travis.
Kill. Check 99.
Now a give right side. Gage. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the flag. 9 for Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike Miller. Hey, we don't get to nothing. Mike over there. Watch the screen.
Hey, seam 6.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, chop. Get it.
They run. This is Scarborough. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Break.
59, Mark. Check, 59. I got it.
6-6, pull it high.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Check back 21. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's scared. Hey, check back. Three. Check back. Smoke. What we got? What we got? What we got? Whip. Watch the whip.
To throw is Mariota. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hatchet. One. Orbit. Hey, check Mike.
First down, Mariota. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
One. Give me some. Here we go. Check three.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Hey, check Mike 21. Let's go, D. Three. Hey, check Mike 21. 7. Let's go. Record.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
You ain't got nothing.
Check. You draw Corker. 5.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 8 lead.
59. Like the 59. How you get up ahead?
Big trip.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Palmer to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Mariota taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 89 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Browns take over 1st and 10
Let's go!
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Palmer. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
General West, push it back. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Bravo. Switch it. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
Now Scarborough. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check 59. Mike is 59.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Palmer. Open man is Sims. He's got it. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, switch gears.
On first down, Gage. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. Fire.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cleveland.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check. Hey, alert 3.
Big rip.
They'll run on first down. Gage, they get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Matchbox lights.
I got one. Mike 9.
Ready?
To throw on second down. Palmer firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Yeah.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mariota. This is caught by Williams. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
All day, dog.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Down. 70, Indy.
That's what I do.
Hey, Echo.
Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now third and less than a yard.
Check back 21. Let's go.
Where are they, team?
Get that ball.
Third and short yardage. Mariota got a man. It's complete. Williams. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
3.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mariota has got it to Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch the eye. Shoot.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check.
One.
Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. KD Cannon, 54 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Haywood!
Let's go, defense! Here we go.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Palmer now. And that's complete. It's Sims. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Slam, slam. SOS.
On first down, Gage. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Come! Hey! Fight!
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Browns on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This is Scarborough, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, D.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Three.
Box track.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Check back 21. Drop deep, drop deep.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Twins. Watch twins.
One.
Hey, Mike's 50. Get him. Echo. Hey, Mike's 50.
And the blitz does come. He's got a man. It's Williams. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
One.
Hey, General, West.
3.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. His kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Palmer. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gage. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Gage. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Palmer to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to back.
Under pressure, they got him again. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Hey, Sam off.
On second down, Gage. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, pick it up.
Ball. Hey. Rock it. Fight.
First throw in overtime now for Palmer. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Here we go, D.
Check.
One.
Turkey's the mic.
What can Mariota do in the OT? It's Williams on the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley